Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to another evercrisis video. We're going to be talking about all the things you should be doing every time you log into this game, but not only that, things you should be rushing towards right now if you're not even close to finishing story or somewhere in the beginning. There is so many things that unlock down the line that require you to do things that you're doing as you're playing right now. And then you get to that point, you're like, whoa, I got to spend more stamina, more resources. Just try to avoid all that and get to that point ASAP. I'm going to run through that, plus what you should be doing every single day to make sure you get maximum rewards and resources so you don't fall behind. Oh yeah, before we begin, hopefully editing Octo put timestamps in here for you, so if you know something, you can just switch to the next part if you look at the little bar in the video. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. We'll find out. So the first thing you guys should be doing to do any of this daily stuff is get through story as soon as possible. There is so much story that I am still going through the story to unlock more things that I don't have unlocked. And as I go through this video, you're going to see it's going to be story locked, story locked, story locked. So you want to get through all this as fast as possible, because if you don't unlock this, there's a lot of things in the game that you can't do. Like one of them is under growth, characters. And if you go under here, this is a whole enhancement section that you get down the line that makes your character so much stronger. So the faster you get here, the more HP, damage, healing, everything you need on your character is here. And this comes again for being story. But down here, to activate Blade Beam, you have to be able to consume 300 stamina while using Cloud, and this goes for every character. They get another limit break if you do this, and this only unlocks once you beat a certain part of the story. So once you meet all this criteria, you end up unlocking it. You got to give it 10,000 gil, spend 30 low-grade steel, the memory of the character, use limit break 10 times with that character, and the 300 stamina with the party member. So you're going to end up using different party members if you want to unlock them. And it just speeds up time if you get to this point as soon as possible. So do this right away, so this gets done right away, and all the other daily stuff gets unlocked right away. So rush that story. You can always just rewatch any of them. It doesn't matter if you skip it, you're not missing out on anything, because you can go back on that certain quest and just play it again. You can rewatch the entire story if you're going through the story. Just get all this daily stuff unlocked so you don't fall behind. And since I haven't done this yet, I'm going to push obtain, and boom, got myself a new limit break. Alright, I'm going to try to simplify this as much as I can, because there is a lot of things you got to do, especially when it comes to this main menu. There's just options, 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 options. Let's start off with the right side at the shop. So under the shop, you're like, whoa, what are we doing here? We got to spend money. No, but yes, do what you want. It's your money. You work for it. You have fun. Enjoy. But there is some free stuff you can do every day that gives you free resources. For one, in the special tab right here, there's this free daily pack, and I already got it. It gives you a bunch of the upgrade materials, gil, and a little bit of a weapon material upgrade that you can get every single day, every 24 hours. Next one is you go back under shop, go to the bottom, and it's going to be gil, right above my head here. So all the way at gil, there's this shop that you can be buying extra free resources. I believe it is random, and if you are someone who's going through pay-to-play option, or you're just seeing through the game that gil isn't too crazy resource to handle at the moment, and you need more resources, you can refill this and repurchase what's inside here. You are going to need a lot of gil for level up multiple characters, but everything comes with time. It all depends what you need more. If you need more of these resources, come in here and refill it, because there's also a free materia booster, or whatever the free one of the day is. It's always different, always random. So it's up to you how much you feel comfortable, but everything in this shop is pretty much useful, or you get what you need. Now this might change down the line, but as of now, you can get the materials because you do need it, and you've seen golden cactars spawn in your quest, the ones you spend stamina on. They give you a whole bunch of gil. Like one golden cactar gave me 11,000 gil during a co-op. So it's up to you guys what you value, but this shop is really good, and it refills every 24 hours. And next on the list is 100 crystals a day just from watching 2 ads. So down here in the bottom right, if you didn't notice this little timer, if you end up clicking on this, it's going to ask you to watch 2 ads. You can just put it aside, watch some TV. When the ad's done, it's like 30 seconds or a minute. You get 50 crystals, you do another one, 100 crystals. 100 crystals a day, what does that mean? In 1 month, every month, you get a free 10 pull. Alright, next up on the right side is missions. Under missions, there is a daily, and I want to talk about the weekly, because this weekly ends in 1 day. So I have been here since launch, and this thing is going by really, really fast. I need another 15 points to get the golden chest, which has crystals and Gil. Not the biggest deal, right? 50 crystals, 2,500, ooh, right? But the daily, you guys want to be able to get all the way to the 70, because again, it does have 30 in there a day, plus the other ones, which has 10, and the 21 has another 10. So 50 crystals a day, plus the daily watch, that's 150. But this is a little confusing, because you are able to get to the 70 chests without even doing all of the missions. And at first I didn't know why, but then I logged in today, and as you're logging in, there's login every day, but then they have login at this time, 4, login at 5, login at 7, login at 12, and at the end of it, I had 85 points. So there is the chance of not doing something like the Chocobo one here. Collecting an expedition reward every day, 15 points. So that, again, unlocks if you get into story, and that's why unlocking story is really important. Now, speaking of that daily, while you're in this menu, we're going to jump over to the Chocobo. And if you haven't unlocked this, again, rush story. Story, story, story. There's so much content locked behind story, it's not even funny. I haven't unlocked all the content. But here, you're going to have a Chocobo, you're going to go on another expedition, and this fills up every 7 hours. I even haven't had a chance to come here and do mine. So you can see, just from letting this run every day or every 7 hours, you get all these resources. Plus, I completed my daily, and then it tells you to come back in an hour and 17 minutes to get one chest, or max chest at 7 hours and 47 minutes. And on top of it, the season pass, again on the right side, if you go under here, there's this little path, and it's kind of like I want to call it a battle pass if you play other games. And if you get through all the levels, you get all these free resources. So you want to get through this as fast as possible. It also has daily content as well. So don't forget to come in here and complete all the daily stuff. Enhance any weapon 3 times. Consume 150 stamina in any battle. So that means co-op or solo play. You pretty much want to do that. And the weekly. So as you're progressing, you're going to get into this solo content. Under solo content, you're going to see daily mission. This also unlocks as you go through story. And the daily missions seem to be switching up here. Yesterday, I had a quest to get me weapon enhancement materials. And the day before that, it was just Gil. Today, again, was just Gil. So it seems like this daily quest isn't the same all the time, and it keeps switching. All right, so this one isn't a daily thing, but it is a weekly thing that you should be very aware about. And you get co-op as you beat the game. I believe you get into Crisis Core. Around the Crisis Core story, somewhere in there, you're going to unlock co-op. And co-op is probably your best bang for your stamina, and that's because of the things underneath me here. They're called co-op medals. So, if you need any help with this, I do stream this game. I'm going to be streaming this game quite often in the mornings, the night times. You'll find me on Twitch if you guys want to. There's a link down below. Or my Discord. I have a Final Fantasy evercrisis channel where people are helping each other all the time. So you want to make sure every week you're getting the 2,000 of these co-op medals, and you do that just by going for the difficulty you can. While you're doing this, you're getting experience, you're getting materials, you're getting co-op medals, you're getting everything you need, and depending on the enemy, every enemy has different items, as you can see here. So you want to unlock this as soon as possible, and do this till you get the 2,000 medals a week. Once you do co-op, every new person you play with in co-op, for the first, I believe it was maybe like 30 or 50, gives you 100 crystals each. After that point, it was 50 crystals each person, and then after that point, gave you co-op medals. And once you hit that point for the co-op medals, this is going to be a lot easier to max out your weekly cap. And why this is so important is because of what you get. Now, every month, you're able to grab character-specific weapon part. And I unlocked 20 of these, and you see down here it says 26 days left, but every other resource is here for you as well. Okay, I just did the math. There's enough to do all of it, and then a little bit to spend on extra resources that are infinite, because you can see it says 10, where these ones say you can only buy 20, right? So for every piece here and the 20 weapon material I told you about, you can buy all of them, max up the shop, and then buy extras. So you want to be getting that 2,000 weekly medals as soon as possible. All right, so I think that's everything I can cover at the moment for how far I am into the story. If you look under growth, I don't have summons yet. If you look under here, there's events. Their events are not unlocked yet. I don't know if that's because I'm not part of the story or they just haven't done events. I think they just haven't done events. But the more you do, the more unlocks, the more things you can do. and you want to get to that point. Like here, I got to finish story for synthesis, right? Premium quest. So there's definitely more than I told you in the story. So the main takeaway from this is get story done ASAP. Rushes, skip all the cutscenes, and then when you got time and you unlocked all this stuff that's daily, go back and enjoy the story. For someone who's going to go there for the story or see the new Sephiroth story, I highly recommend it. This game's amazing, and if you haven't played it before, it's doing a really good job at telling it. But for the most part, get through this as soon as possible, guys. It is really important if you want to keep up with the resources that this game asks you for. There's a lot. You have to make your main stat, your substat, your other substat weapon, because you can use 3 of them of any character. So you can put like Tifa's gloves on Cloud for substats. You take half of the percentage plus some other things. So there's a lot of resources you need in order to max out your character's power level, how much damage they do. So try to get to that farming as fast as possible. Hopefully I covered everything. If more of this unlocks and I'm like, oh, there's another daily, I'll keep you guys updated on my Discord in the comment section or when I'm live streaming. If you guys don't know, I live stream at twitch.tv/SmellyOctopus. There's a link in the description, or just go on Twitch and type in SmellyOctopus. You'll find me. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.